Okay, so in today's video, we are going to check out Algorand's chart and see what is happening in the short term. And I do see some bullish signs, but before that, I want to talk about this piece of news, which said that Justin Trudeau yesterday stepped down as the party leader after about 11 years. I'm going to tell you why is this so important and why it seems like that the world is going more so towards a bullish crypto path rather than being against it. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And this is not a piece of hot news. No, it came out yesterday. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about it, but the focus, in my opinion, should be not on Justin Trudeau, but on this guy right in here, Mr. Poilievre. Now, why is that? You see, this guy is actually pro-crypto, and it seems like that as time goes by, we are just getting more and more pro-crypto leaders. And I'm not saying they become leaders because they are pro-crypto. No, I'm saying the people who are being chosen as leaders happen to be pro-crypto. This is a very, very important point. Now, here's a question. Why does this matter so much? Well, in the previous administrations in Canada and also United States, and I would say also generally previously in Europe, governments were not really pro-crypto. This time, it seems like that is actually very, very different. For example, you see that Donald Trump in his speeches talks specifically about Bitcoin and says that we are going to have maybe a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And he also says that he's going to fire Gary Gensler, and the guy who's going to take his place is going to be actually pro-crypto. And also in other places, like for example, Russia and China, all of a sudden you are seeing that they are now recognizing Bitcoin as an asset rather than being completely against it. And all of these things makes you think that 2025 is going to be the year of Bitcoin and crypto, right? Well, to a degree, I would say this is a correct statement. However, the way that they are planning to adopt crypto, in my opinion, is going to be different than what you think. Now, this is just my personal opinion. You can have a different idea than mine. I absolutely respect it. But I would like to argue that 2025 is going to be the year of blockchain, and specifically, I would argue stablecoins. And you might say, well, okay, why stablecoins? You see, let's say this is the crypto space right in here, and this is government. Between these two, there is, I don't want to say some sort of a common ground, but it is actually a common ground where these two can actually meet each other halfway, and it's going to be stablecoins. And I think adopting crypto will actually start from this area, and that's why I believe the next year is going to be absolutely huge for stablecoins. The projects that are very much active in that area are going to see huge price appreciations. Now, if you're having some doubts about this, I would say that's absolutely fair enough. But let me ask you a very important question. How much do you think Donald Trump himself knows about crypto and, for example, how Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Cardano, and so on and so forth works? I would say not a whole lot, and he doesn't really need to know about them. And it makes perfect sense to think that when he's talking about these things, he's getting advice from some other people that know better. Now, if you think this is the case, then okay, I would highly suggest watch this video and go to around the 30-minute mark and see what he's talking about.
Not a nation that was eating itself alive from within. As part of our effort to provide regulatory clarity, we will create a framework to enable the safe and responsible expansion of stable coins. Do you know what a stable coin is? Does anybody know?
There we go. This is, for me at least, a big reason to believe that stable coins are probably going to be the next big thing in the crypto market, and projects like Algorand, recently XRP, TRX, and other ones that are already very active in these areas are going to probably benefit the most. And for example, in Europe, where you are not allowed to trade USDT Tether, in those areas, Algorand stablecoins, meaning USDCA and EURD, are seeing just bigger and bigger adoption. And that's a big reason for why am I so optimistic about Algorand for the next year. I think 2025 is the year of blockchain and not specifically Bitcoin. And if you want to be more specific, I would say 2025 can be the year of stablecoins, and projects like Algorand that are very much active in the stablecoin area are going to see huge price appreciations. So I hope I explained that well and you gained a relatively decent perspective of why governments are being pro-crypto, and when they are saying that they are pro-crypto, what is it exactly that they like about it. And now, if you are not interested in any of those, let's talk about Algorand's charts in a very short term and see what is happening. First things first, I want to be very clear. No matter what is going to happen in this area, in my opinion, one way or the other, in Algorand, we are dealing with a correction structure and not an impulsive movement on the downside in this region. And this scenario suggests that, okay, after our correction is over, or maybe it's over already, we are going to see another big move up in order to take the highest side in this region for the first target around 61 cents. But here's the thing, I don't believe that we are going to stop here. I believe we can go quite a bit more higher than that. Maybe starting from the current area, we can have like a 2 to even 300% move on the upside. I think that is definitely possible. Now, even in the short term, we are also seeing in here some bullish signs. You see, if you want to argue that the bottom is in, and for example, we're gonna have our final bottom somewhere around here, let's say this is like a very important support, then okay, you must be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up. This specific example is a normal 5 wave. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulsive movement, wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And for our sub waves, you know it in case you are a regular viewer, 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different scenarios, doesn't matter, maybe, yeah, ABC into 4 and a WXY into wave 2. Understood? Okay, let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. So, I'm thinking that this is the 5 wave up, this is a correction down, this is also another 5 wave on the upside, and based on these waves, we can have on a higher degree different possibilities. Now, here's the key. As long as we're not taking this low in Algorand, about, let's say, 31 cents, I can actually go with the bullish scenario as my primary case that suggests, well, okay, maybe this is going to be starting from the lowest low, 5 wave up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and at the moment, we might be on our way to have a huge move into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and basically, according to this thing, the bottom is set. And here's a very important point. When you go on some lower time frames, for example, 15-minute chart, you can see that at least for now, we are actually going according to this bullish possibility. You see, in the previous video, when we were somewhere around these areas in Algorand, I was saying, well, okay, this can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, and after it, I want to see maybe an ABC structure down, and followed by that another move on the upside in order for me to be able to say, okay, maybe this is from here, wave 1, correction for 2, 5 up into wave 3, and this is going to be a corrective movement for our wave 4, and then we're going to have another move up into wave 5. Now, after this 5 wave up is over, we can say, well, okay, maybe this is also another 1 and a 2, and then we are going to get a huge move up into wave 3, 4, 5, meaning in the short term, after this 5 wave up, it is going to be, in my opinion at least, very normal to have some sort of a corrective movement on the downside, and there is just going to be, from my point of view at least, nothing to be worried about. And this is the key. I believe, for now at least, in Algorand, we are completing a correction structure for this wave 4, and we're not really having this move on the upside into our wave 5 yet. That's why soon I'm thinking we might see another move, and then after it, sure, if we get some more moves on the downside, something like this, I'm not really going to be worried about it. Now, for our correction for wave 4, we can have different possibilities. We can say maybe this is going to be, if I just take this one, excuse me, an A, B, C, D. E, which in terms of Elliott waves, we call it a triangle structure. And then we are going to see in short term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and followed by that a move on the downside. Can we have another scenario? Yes. This is, in my opinion, an ABC zigzag. This point is going to be the end of our B leg, and this is our wave C. And followed by that, we can have, yep, another ABC on the upside, and this can be, sure, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order to complete the subwaves for, you know it, an ABC flat structure, and then we are going to get another move up. So if in the short term we see another move down in here in order to take this low, and then after it we're going to get a bounce back, okay, at that point we can say this is a flat structure. Nonetheless, the point that I'm trying to make in here in the short term in Algorand is this: it seems like that at the moment we are having a corrective movement, and after it's over, I want to see another move on the upside. And for example, if you like classic patterns, you can definitely argue that this is indeed a bullish triangle, and here are the lines for it, which suggests, well, okay, the next move is probably going to be on the upside. And if you want to measure the targets, then okay, you need to measure the height of your pattern and put it at your breaking point. That will give you about, let's say, a 47 to 48 cents target. And then after it, this is a very important point. If you see a choppy move down, don't worry about it. It is going to be part of our bullish scenario in Algorand. Okay, so for like very short term, I'm expecting after some more consolidation, another move up, and then followed by that, if we get a move down, I'm going to be absolutely fine with it. And who knows, maybe we're not even going to get this move down starting from these areas. No, we can definitely go just in this phase quite a bit higher than usual. So overall, I am absolutely bullish in Algorand, and as long as I'm not proven otherwise, even in like very short term, I'm going to go with the bullish possibility that suggests the bottom is set. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algo's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.